the meeting to order at 6:12. The first item is public comments. Hearing none, moving on to liaison comments. Do we have any liaison comments?
Yeah, Crisco, thank you all for your service. Keep up the good work.
Okay, anyone else? Do we have a liaison from the Finance Committee? Okay, Chairman's report. I will save my report for executive session. Number 5, COVID-19 update.
Yeah, can you guys see my screen by chance?
Yeah.
And you see the agenda?
Hey, I'm on a Zoom meeting. I'll call you back.
You see the agenda?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So COVID-19, everybody's gotten their shots. Everybody's gotten their second shots. And we're basically through the 2 weeks. So the department's fully vaccinated. We release some of the restrictions where we don't have to dress in full Tyvek suits unless there's imminent threat. So they do have to wear N95 masks. They're still taking precautions. Other than that, everything else is going pretty well at this point. That's what I got.
Okay. How about current financial statements?
Okay, so current financials. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes. So current financials, we're looking pretty good still. We're going to keep an eye on that, on the repair and maintenance line. I'm hoping this year we might be able to skate through, but it's too close to call right now to find out where we'll end more toward the end of the year. If you remember last year, we ended up in January having to go back for another 30 grand. So we're already in March and we still have money left, which is, and trucks are still going out to get serviced. So as long as we don't have anything major going on, I think we'll be okay. Otherwise, we might be able to cover it from a couple other lines in the budget this year. Due to COVID. The other line that's gone over quite a bit, which we've talked about, was the cleaning custodial line. That line we figured is going to go over. That's for the firehouse clean, and we're going to continue to do that, even though we've lightened up some of the restrictions. I think it's we're better safe than sorry, and keep doing what we're doing at least for the meantime. I would anticipate that going all the way through until probably January of next year. And we figured that in our budget for next year also, and they figured up until January. So I think it's only makes sense for us to do that and keep the building as clean as we can.
John, can you please just review everything that's being done to clean the building?
Sure. So we have a cleaning company coming in twice a week right now to wipe down all the handles, vacuum, wipe tables down, wipe windows down that are on the doors, not necessarily the outside windows, but window glass that's on the doors. The bathrooms, wiping those all down constant, and we're also have William in 4 days a week. It's basically 19 hours a week to do the rest of the stuff the cleaning company can't do, and it just gives us another layer of protection where we're wiping door handles down and everything down. Along with William, he's also using the aeroclave machine where we're decontaminating the trucks still. A few a day, and also deconning different parts of the building that get used more frequently than others.
Can I just understand William for a second? So
Sure.
What is his obligation to the town?
There is no obligation. We hired William as a subcontractor, outside. William retired from the town a few years ago, and we were able to take him back. So there is no issue with that.
Okay.
Any other issues about the cleaning line, or is that pretty self-explanatory? Okay. Other than that, we'll keep an eye out on our hydrant line item. If you look right there, we're already over by 4,700. It's due to the fact that we had a couple things to replace on the hydrants plus the hydrant bill. So we'll keep an eye on that. And we have encumbered 48,011. That's basically our payment that is due come the end of the fiscal year. Basically, it's due, I think it comes in July, so we pay that at that point. We pay over $90,000 a year for water. This is the water not in the building. This is the water that is available to us in the hydrant. So it's based on the number of footage we have. It's based on the number of footage we have in the street throughout town, and that gets multiplied by a number. It's point some. I don't have the number right in front of me, but it works out to a little over $90,000 a year. So we really don't have a choice for that. It's not based on the amount of water we use. It's based on the linear footage or the water pipe that's running in the ground. So that's how that number comes up with every year. And we were told that that number possibly will increase this year, could be up to 4 to 5%. So in the past years, that number's gone as high as 6 to 7% per year raise, and we really don't have a choice on it.
So, Krista,
Yes, Joe. Joe, what? Joe, do you have a question? All right. Going through everything else looks pretty good, and we'll just keep an eye on everything.
All right. Anyone have questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Sean, do you have a report separate from that?
I do. So, Board of Selectmen met a few weeks ago, and they moved forward to, this is about the shed in the back of the firehouse or the auxiliary building, whatever we're calling it now, to move forward with the 6-bay design and to completely vacate the old firehouse. The association is fundraising for $100,000, so we would be able to offset the cost of the shed in the backyard. Town's accepted. Town wants to move forward on it. They're sending it to bond. They're investigating it with bond counsel, and they should be going back to the Board of Selectmen hopefully in the next few weeks, within the next month, and then hopefully vote on it. And if everything is good, be going to, I believe it's referendum or a town meeting. They're not sure how that's going to work yet due to COVID. Probably sometime in May. Like I said, the trucks are the trucks are going out one by one for their regular PM, lube oil, and filters. Rescue 1 went out today, so I haven't gotten a phone call that anything's wrong with it. So that's always a good sign. So that truck will be back tomorrow, and they'll take another truck out of service. Another thing is we had a structure fire. I think it was a week and a half ago. We had a structure. Somebody trying to talk? We had a structure fire about a week and a half ago. I'm sure that's going to come up later in the agenda. We used engine 3 for the first time at a structure fire. Worked well. We had an issue with the CAF system. It didn't stop us from having a great knockdown. We were able to save the house, contain the fire to the garage, and the truck worked. Truck worked really well. The pump is nice and tight, which is nice. The other trucks we had no problems with. We were able to drop ponds, drop water, draft, and feed the fire pretty quick and knock it out and save the house and just contain it to the garage. So that's a really good thing. Glad we were able to get the truck into service and start using it the way it's supposed to. So I know we have an issue with it. We are on the phone with E1 in the service center to figure out, seems like it's a programming issue with the CAF system. And we just got to get the programming right. And then we shouldn't have an issue with it right now.
Well, I just want to commend you for your performance on that fire and the entire department. Thank you all for that.
Okay. I know probably the assistant chief will talk about it. We've been having a lot of mutual aid calls going on over the last week. We had a couple guys out in Southbury on Friday. They were out there for over 5 hours fighting a brush fire with the tanker and water. So they did a great job, and I appreciate them for being out there. The association's having a fundraiser this Saturday. It's going to be a pasta dinner, chicken parm. It's pasta, chicken parm, bread, and salad. It's $40. If anybody was looking to sign up for it, tomorrow is supposed to be the last day. We're going to leave it open, hopefully for another couple days. We're doing pretty good at it. And that's Saturday. It's going to be Saturday night, and pickup time is going to be between 5 and 6:30. And basically, it's another fundraiser to try to start offsetting the money for the shed in the backyard.
John, could you just get us a link, the commissioners, the liaisons, so that we can help promote that?
Sure. It's actually, if you go on Facebook, if you guys have Facebook, if you log onto our Facebook page, it's all right there. And if you log onto our website, www.woodbridgefire.com, and you click under events, there's a link family dinner. You click on that and it brings up the whole page, and you could do it right from there. But we could get the link out to you guys individually. Tina, you want to send that out to all of them?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
It's Bruce. Just one, maybe an idea. How much does the auxiliary cost? What is the total cost on that? The shed?
It's $500,000. So the association agreed to come up with $100,000. So we're trying to do fundraisers to offset that and to pay for that.
One suggestion. This is a small suggestion, but I would consider giving it some kind of a name besides shed or auxiliary, something a little more substantive, just from a marketing standpoint, as you're going out on this in front of, if there's going to be a vote or referendum. I don't know all the uses for it. You guys can think about it, but that's just a suggestion that a little bit more of a stronger name might just help in some small ways there.
Okay. I know the Board of Selectmen were talking about it, and they were between a shed, auxiliary building, something else. So we could definitely look at it.
Shed. Maybe there's a technical term for shed that I'm not aware of, but a shed. Maybe
a shed seems like something in your backyard.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, no, we all get it.
$500,000 for a shed. I don't want to be hearing that.
Yep.
You got it. Okay, thank you.
I got you. Our air packs all got tested and passed. We do have an issue, and I'm going to have to address it with Tony in the very near future. So a couple years ago, we bought the new air packs. The air packs have a 15-year life on them. The bottles have the same. So what happens is we bought air packs, 30 air packs, and then back in 2003, 2004, somewhere in there. And then we purchased another set, 10 air packs a couple years later. Those 10 air packs are coming due, and I didn't budget for it because I totally forgot about them. And when we went to test them, they're actually coming due, and I could probably squeeze another year out of the actual pack itself, but the bottles are dated and the bottles have to be replaced. So I'm going to be dealing with that with Tony probably this week to figure out where we can get the money from to cover those, to cover that expense. Other than that, that's all I have under my report right now.
Okay, well, let us know if there's anything you need from us on that front.
Sure.
I just wanted to, well, we'll save dispatch for executive session. Assistant Chief Bonner, do you have your report?
Yeah, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, I wasn't on the last fire commission meeting last month. So January's fire calls, we had 24 for a total safety hours of 79.92 for fire call hours. So there was one fire, I believe that was the snowmobile fire, if I'm correct, Joe. 4 good intention and 11 false call activated fire alarms, and then 7 hazard calls. So that was by car accidents. So that was for a total of 79.92 hours for safety that month. And for February, we had 20, where is it? I'm sorry, I lost my page. There it is. Sorry, that was February, the one I just gave. So January, I'm sorry. All right, I dropped all the paperwork in the car. So we had 29 fire calls in January for a total of 185.68 hours. There was 15 false. There was 8 car accidents, and that's all I have. And then for mutual aid, we had 1 mutual aid for Southbury, as the chief said. It was just 1 tanker. They were up there for about 5 hours. And then Saturday, we had mutual aid to Orange for coverage. It was an engine. And right now we are in Ansonia covering them with 1 engine as well.
Do you have a sense of how that compares to last year at this time?
Yes. So for February, we have 79.92 hours. In 2020, it was 485.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in January, we had 185 worth of hours. In 2020, it was 265. And it was only 1 call different. In 2020, we had 30 calls. In 2021, we had 29 calls. So it was only 1 call difference, but that amount of hours difference.
Okay. And that was a storm, or?
I don't have what last year's calls were at that
Yeah,
time.
there was a storm in January, Karen, last year.
Any other questions? Okay, Joe, the fire marshal's report.
Yes, 38 inspections last month. The breakdown is 17 were inspections, 7 for consulting, 1 for plan review, worked on the fire investigation on Peck Hill Road, 1 public fire education. And that we have a 100-year-old man who's got cancer and can't go upstairs. So we put a smoke detector and a CO detector in the room he lives in on the first floor for him. And then I was 7 times I was doing legal activity. I was deposed for the JCC fire for about 4 hours a couple of weeks ago. But I had to get them all, everything in our file, photos. Every time they called and asked for something different, I had to, between Tina and I, we had to get them all the stuff. It's the JCC's insurance company is suing another insurance company. I guess they're looking to offset loss.
Okay.
And that's it. The cause of the, sorry about that. The cause of the fire on Peck Hill is undetermined. And they stayed in the homes, to the best of my knowledge. The fire was in the garage, and we knocked it down fairly quick. That's all I got.
All right. Anyone have questions?
No.
Okay. Any correspondence? Okay. No correspondence. February meeting minutes. Do we have the February minutes for approval?
Hi, Karen. It's Tina. I sent it out last month. I should have sent it out again today, which I didn't, but I sent it out after I did them last month.
All right, so we will review those next month. We'll pass those for now. I'd like to go into the executive session now on dispatch.
I'll make a
Okay, do you need a motion?
Yeah, I need a motion and a second to go into executive session regarding dispatch and invite Sean.
A motion to go into executive dispatch with Sean, Chief Sean invited.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Any
All right, so you
opposed?
guys should all have the other link.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
There's
Now-
a link on the phone.
all right,
Oh,
none
that's
of
the problem.
motion passes. Okay, we're going into executive session. Thank you,
So we-
everyone.